This is SportsCenter.
Hi there, I'm Chris Berman. We got a lot of games to cover, so let's get to it. In our first game this week, we had the 49ers narrowly coming out on top by 5. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Boomer, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Dominic Rhodes is probably the one that most leaps out at you. The team doctors have reported a pulled hamstring, and he'll be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own MASH unit. Walt Harris might be the biggest loss on this list. Doctors confirming the worst this week, a torn hamstring. And that'll put him out for the rest of the season. So that'll do it for now. Boomer, back to you.
The Bills won this contest, but will stay at the 4th place in the AFC East. Joey Porter played well despite the loss and showed us why he's ranked up at the top of the league. In a long-standing NFC rivalry, we had the Vikings pick up win number 7. Troy Brown hauled in over 150 yards receiving and helped his Patriots beat the Dolphins. Panthers, Falcons. Michael Vick is calling signals at the 20-yard line, and he bursts forward for a first down takes a licking though. The Falcons win this one by the final score of 28-23. On the east side of the bay in Oakland, we had the Raiders stroll away with a 14-point win. Up at Lambeau Field, we had the Packers come away with a 7-point win. The Bears unbelievably rushed for over 250 yards in their win at Chicago. The Buccaneers won at home and will stay home for next week's game when they meet the Panthers. The Chiefs won this contest but will stay at the first place in the AFC West. Chargers, Browns. Jeff Garcia calls the signals at the 24-yard line. And a quick rollout. Boy, he has some time. What a bullet! Touchdown! The Browns go on to win this by the final score of 27-21. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris. Let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Larry Centers is going to find himself with a new club, and he'll be in a new tax bracket too. 4 years, $2.3 million.
Santana Moss had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. In a long-standing NFC rivalry, we had the Cowboys pick up their 11th win of the year. Number 13 threw 3 strikes to the end zone and helped his Ravens beat the Colts. And last but not least, we had the Rams come away victorious.
All right, Chris, thanks. Just 2 weeks to go until the playoffs arrive, and just as we do every year, we're looking at a number of interesting races as teams jockey for position. We'll start it out in the AFC.
So with just 2 weeks to go now, still plenty to be decided before January rolls around. But first, the primetime players' game balls go out to these men, each helping their team down the stretch. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.